Hello, my name is Bryce over at Magic Sleeper Mattress, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can replace your foam in your existing mattress if it's sagging or has a body impression. In this mattress, it is in particular a Stearns Foster estate, but you can do this with pretty much any mattress that you have. This process takes a couple of steps, which involves opening up the mattress, seeing what kind of foams need to be replaced, and then making a decision on what new components and foams you want to add, and then finally a new cover that's going to zip up all your good components with your new components to make a new complete mattress. Usually at the head of the mattress, you'll see where the binding tape connects the border to the top quilt. So we're going to start there and start cutting at the stitching at the top and at the bottom. And once you get that apart, you're going to see that the stitching will start to pull apart. And what you do is you just grab the top part of the stitching and the bottom part of the stitching together. And once you start pulling that at the same time, it'll start to slowly come undone. Getting it started is usually the toughest part, but once you have it undone, it'll start to just unravel on its own. And this binding tape goes all the way around the perimeter of the quilting. So you would just unravel it all the way around. And as you finish, you'll notice that the top quilting will be completely disconnected from the border of the mattress. So once you unravel the string, you'll just go back to the head of the mattress and just start pulling on that binding tape to disconnect everything. Depending on the model that you have, when you open up the mattress, you might see fabric that's still hog-ringed to the springs. If you have this, you just pull it apart from the coil itself and disconnect it all the way around the mattress, and then you'll have the ability to pull the top quilting then completely off of the foam itself. Once you take the top quilting off, this is when you start to check all the different foam layers and see what looks like it's in good shape still and what has a sag or a body impression in the foam. Sometimes you might not see a visible sag, but if you press down on the foam where you lay versus where you don't lay and it feels softer, then that foam should be replaced. It's important to get the total height of the foam, especially the foam that you're keeping, and then also the height of the foam that you're replacing or purchasing separately. Getting the total height, because you're going to be using the springs, anything that's underneath the springs, you want to add the total height of all of this together so we know what kind of zippered cover to make to fit all those components. A lot of the foam is going to be glued together. Depending on your model, it might not be glued as much, it just might be on the corners. Here it looks like Stearns Foster's does a number on the glue, and it was a little tricky to get all the foam off, but sometimes it's easier. The final step is going to be to decide on what kind of foam and how much foam you want to replace. This is important, so you add the total height of the existing components to the new foam that you're purchasing to get a total height of everything. Whether you buy the cover from us or somewhere else, the height is important to know, so you make sure that you're getting a cover that fits properly. You can lay your existing components back the way they were. It won't all be connected, but you can still sleep on that temporarily until your new components arrive. Once your shell and the new foam shows up, you just install everything the way you prefer, zip it up, and you're good to go. And what's nice about having a zippered cover is you have full access to the inside of your mattress moving forward. So down the road, if you ever want to soften it up or firmen it up, you can just swap out pieces of foam and build it how you want. If you have any questions along your journey, I'll leave our contact information in the description of the video. And let us know in the comments below what you think of this process. But that's pretty much a wrap. So thanks for watching, and let us know how we did.